Isabella Hayes stared at her reflection in the bathroom mirror, mascara streaking down her cheeks in dark rivers. 24 hours ago, she should have been walking down the aisle. Instead, she was alone in her apartment, surrounded by wedding gifts that would never be opened and a dress that would never be worn. Derek had called her to the coffee shop they always visited, the one where he first told her he loved her. She thought maybe he was nervous about the wedding, having cold feet that needed reassurance. She had practiced comforting words during the entire drive there, ready to tell him everything would be perfect. But when she sat down across from him, his face was cold. The warmth she had known for 3 years was gone, replaced by something distant and cruel. He did not waste time with pleasantries or softening the blow. He simply said he could not marry her because he had fallen for someone else. Isabella remembered how the words hit her like physical blows. Someone more exciting, he said. Someone who knew how to have fun, who was not so uptight about everything. He told her she was too traditional, too proper, too boring. The woman he met was wild and spontaneous. Everything Isabella was not. She asked him how he could do this with the wedding scheduled for the next day. He shrugged and said it would be worse to marry her while wanting someone else. As if his timing somehow made him noble instead of cowardly, Isabella drove home in a daze that night, crying so hard she could barely see the road. She spent hours calling guests, canceling vendors, explaining to her devastated parents that there would be no wedding. Each conversation was a fresh humiliation, a new reminder that she was not enough for the man she thought would be her husband. 5 days later, Isabella forced herself back to work. Staying home meant drowning in thoughts of Derek and the other woman, replaying every moment of their relationship to find where she went wrong. At least at the office, she could lose herself in spreadsheets and reports. Sterling Global Investments occupied the top 15 floors of a skyscraper downtown. Isabella had worked there for 4 years as a senior financial analyst, known for her attention to detail and quiet competence. The company was run by Julian Sterling, a billionaire in his late 30s who built his empire from nothing. He was respected and feared in equal measure, known for being brilliant but cold. Isabella had only interacted with Julian a handful of times, always brief exchanges during company meetings. He was handsome in a sharp, intense way, with dark hair and eyes that seemed to see through people. But he kept everyone at a distance, never socializing with employees or showing any warmth. When Isabella walked into the office that Monday morning, she kept her head down and went straight to her desk. She could feel people staring, whispers following her through the hallways. Everyone knew about the canceled wedding. The gossip had spread through the company like wildfire. Rachel worked in the marketing department and had been calling Isabella every day since the wedding fell apart. Isabella told her she was fine, that she just needed to work. But Rachel saw through the lie immediately. By lunchtime, Rachel practically dragged Isabella to a small conference room on the 3rd floor. It was rarely used and tucked away from the main offices, a quiet space where they could talk privately. Rachel closed the door and turned to face her friend with concern written all over her face. Isabella tried to hold it together, but seeing Rachel's worried expression broke something inside her. The tears she had been fighting all morning spilled over. Rachel hugged her tightly while Isabella sobbed, letting out all the pain she had been holding back. When the crying finally subsided, Rachel gently asked what really happened. Isabella took a shaky breath and told her everything. She explained how Derek left her the day before their wedding, how he said she was too boring and traditional, how he found someone more exciting than Isabella admitted, something she had never told anyone except wanting her wedding night to be special with the man she loved. She believed in waiting and making that choice with intention and commitment. Derek knew this about her from the beginning of their relationship. He said he respected it, that he loved her for her values, but now Isabella realized he saw it differently. He saw her as uptight and prudish, not as someone with convictions. The confession came out in broken whispers, Isabella's voice filled with shame and hurt. She felt like her choices, her beliefs, made her somehow defective. Rachel grabbed her hands firmly and looked into her eyes. She told Isabella there was absolutely nothing wrong with her. Having values and sticking to them was beautiful, not a flaw. Derek was an idiot who did not deserve her. Any real man would see her integrity as a gift. It's not a problem. Isabella wanted to believe her friend, but the pain was too fresh. She kept thinking about Derek's words, about how she was not exciting enough, not wild enough, not enough period. 3 years of her life felt like a waste. She did not